Right. Okay. I've decided to support the Barcode Battler Museum by starting an OnlyFans. Over the course of the video, I plan to get more and more popular by adding more fans. Yes. And as we get more fans, we'll get more money. Okay. Thanks, Horace. Greetings, Barcode Battler fans, and welcome to my overview of the Shogakukan Ni Nen Sei cards for the Barcode Battler 2. This set of 24 cards came with at least one issue of Coro Coro Comic, which is published in Japan by Shogakukan Incorporated. Various representatives of 1990s Japanese pop culture are about to participate in an amazing crossover, so without any further hesitation, let's dive in. Our first exposure to these cards was as part of an import from Japan. A Barcode Battler 2 imported in this interesting silver case contained quite an interesting collection of cards, some of which we weren't sure if they were authentic or not. After consulting the Barcode Battler and Barcode Battler 2 official guidebooks, we were very quickly able to identify the vast majority of these cards as genuine and licensed. Indeed, said guidebooks were also published by Shogakukan, so it's surprising to see their specially distributed cards are missing from the Barcode Battler 2 official guidebook. Of the 11 sets listed in the Barcode Battler 2 official guidebook, at least 4 were likely to have been given away in other issues of Coro Coro Comic. It's possible that this set was released after this book was published. With all this taken into consideration, there's very little information about this set beyond what is written on the cards themselves. If we knew which issue of Coro Coro Comic these cards were distributed with, we may be able to glean a little more information about them, but at the moment this detail remains elusive. The cards in this set can be divided into 4 categories: video games, tokusatsu, manga and anime, and items. In the video game category, we have Nintendo's Mario, Luigi, Koopa, also known as Bowser, and Yoshi, Sega's Sonic and Dr. Eggman, HAL Laboratories' Kirby, and Technos of Japan's Kunio-kun. Yes, long before Super Smash Bros. For 3DS and Wii U, even before Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, and while the Sega vs. Nintendo console war was in full swing in the West, the pesky plumbers and the hateful hedgehog appeared in what has to be a fully licensed set for the Barcode Battler 2. After all, Shogakukan was, and still is, a big company, so unsanctioned use of Nintendo and Sega's mascot characters may well have made the publisher the target of some juicy litigation. It seems that Sonic and Mario's relationship in their homeland was a lot more cordial than their apparent rivalry in other territories. Additionally, the appearance of Mario, Koopa, and Yoshi in this set, the Super Mario World set, which we've already covered, the Super Mario Kart set, which we'll get to in due time, and a smaller, shinier set of Super Mario Kart cards, makes these 3 possibly the most repeated licensed characters to appear on the Barcode Battler. Kunio-kun's card has a notable misspelling, not in English, but in Japanese, where the copyright notice for Technos Japan has an extra N symbol, making it read Technos Janpan instead. Oops. On the tokusatsu side of this collection, we have Kamen Rider V3 and Hell Ambassador from Toei and Ishimori Productions' Kamen Rider series, as well as Ultraman and Red King from Tsubara Productions' Ultraman series. Of these, Ultraman has been around since 1966, while Kamen Rider V3 first aired in 1973. Indeed, there have been various Kamen Riders, from Kamen Rider Ichigo's debut in 1971 until the show went on hiatus in 1989 with Kamen Rider Black RX, so they could have selected any of the others. It's possible that Kamen Rider V3 was the most iconic when this card set was compiled in 1992. Sadly, there's no representation for Super Sentai, which would have been airing either as Chojin Sentai Jetman or Kyoryu Sentai Zyuranger during that year. Given the vintage of Ultraman and Kamen Rider V3 both predating all iterations of Super Sentai, Any member of the Super Sentai series, from Go Ranger to Zyuranger, could have been possible candidates. In the manga and anime category, we have Geki, Giant, Santa, Tanta, Hagemaru, Toma, Choco, Dasari, and Doraemon. None of these have copyright marks, which leave two possibilities. They're either traditional public domain characters, or they're copyright of Shogakukan themselves. Indeed, Doraemon is the title character of his own manga, of which Giant is a recurring character at the very least. In Japan, Doraemon is more famous than Mickey Mouse, and he has his very own line of merchandise, including but not limited to t-shirts, colouring books, lunchboxes, breakfast cereals, flamethrowers, and dolls. Well, maybe not flamethrowers, but you get the idea. Similarly, Hagemaru, or the Bald-Head Boy, is the title character of his own manga, as is Asari-chan. This leaves Geki, Santa, Tanta, Toma, and Choco. Do you have to ring those bells every time I say Santa? Well, this wouldn't be right. Stop it with the bells. It's not Santa Claus. But the Japanese given name, Santa, which we've seen in Denshi Sentai Denjiman as the name of Noda Santa, a boy who shows up from time to time as a recurring character. The character depicted on the Santa card here was apparently raised in Africa and can make allies of animals, very similar to Battle Kenya from Battle Fever J, which aired the year before Denjiman. I wonder if African characters having the abilities of Dr. Dolittle is an often used trope in Japan. Back on topic, it would have been nice to have more information on these characters. They most likely are Shogakukan owned characters, but their pantheon is vast and largely undocumented in English-speaking circles. If and when we get more information, we'll be sure to add it to the relevant pages on the Barcode Battler Museum website. Finally, we have the three power-ups. The Golden Battler, which boosts attack power, the Steel Battler, which boosts defensive power, and the Crystal Battler, which restores health. While these have likely been made up for the purposes of this set, it's worth noting that limited gold-coloured editions of the Barcode Battler and Barcode Battler 2 are known to exist, though electronically they're identical to their retail standard counterparts. Oddly, there are no power-ups for magic or herb points, which puts the outnumbered wizards at a disadvantage if you're limiting yourself to using only the cards in this set. For now, let's check in with Horace to see how the OnlyFans is going.
Okay, I'm in the spotlight again, and I'm here with an update. As we can see, we've accumulated quite the collection of fans, but we need to go even further. We have this wonderful 9-inch fan. And this, I don't know it's a 5 or a 6-inch fan, but I still like it. It's a wonderful little blue color, yes. And a stylish neck fan, which is all the rage, especially when you need a facelift like me. Yes. Okay, and what's this? Mushy peas? Mushy peas? Who's been selling in mushy peas? This is only fans. No cans. Get rid of the cans.
There's no story and no rules, at least as far as we can tell from just the cards themselves. It's possible there's more information in the edition of Coro Coro Comic with which these cards were sold, but until we can identify it, we'll have a hard time trying to purchase it. After 30 years, it's going to be one rare and expensive magazine. From the information on the cards, it's apparent that they were intended for use in the 2-player C0 mode. As such, there's not much to discuss about these cards from a gameplay perspective. On the face of it, these cards all exceed the maximum HP stat used for heroes in C1 and C2 modes, so when scanned in C2 mode, they'll only function as enemies. Looking at the cards in depth, we can see that none of the soldiers have ability flags, and only 2 of the wizards have them. Choco-chan can heal twice as much as normal, while Asari-chan gets a 50% boost to her strike power. Of the power-ups, only the Steel and Crystal Barcode Battlers have ability flags. The Golden Battler is a single-turn weapon, so its boost to the player's strike stat vanishes after their first turn, while the Steel Barcode Battler provides its defense boost for a whole battle. The Steel Barcode Battler's ability flag offers triple damage against opponents with Occupation 6, of which Mario is the only example here.
I'm a fallen, and I can't get up!
The Crystal Barcode Battler not only gives a 1500 boost to HP, but it also reduces the opponent's HP stat by 30%, regardless of who they are, so Mario can get his revenge.
Say, I'm hungry. Have you seen the princess?
Mario, stick to the script.
Okie dokie. Hey, are you getting tired? It's time for you to die.
While not an official Epoch set, this is an interesting collection of characters from various rival companies in different forms of entertainment media. If we'd seen something similar in Europe or North America, we might have seen the Barcode Battler go from being viewed as a grossly underpowered gaming system to an interactive card game. Who knows what pop culture cards we might have seen in the following years. Yeah, maybe what happened was for the best. I'll happily go without those cards. I hope you've enjoyed this little overview of the Shogakukan Ni Nen Sei cards. If you found this video to be informative, please subscribe, like and comment. If you'd like to contribute to the Barcode Battler Museum and keep the lights on, we have a Patreon account. But for now, let's check in with Horace to see how well the OnlyFans account did.
Okay, final update. As we can see, we've now amassed 5 lovely fans, and 9-inch, you're no longer my favourite. I have this fabulous 14-inch fan. Oh yes, we're going to get cold tonight. Right, okay, and another 9-inch desk fan. Sorry, it's needed facelift there. Right, okay, and oh my, look at all this wonderful money that's come in. It's now time to turn on only the fans. Yes, it's happening. Facelift. Oh, it didn't blow everywhere like I had planned. Never mind. There it goes. Yes.
No! We could have used that! Oh well. Patreon supporters will receive access to our translated manuals a whole month before the rest of the world, so what are you waiting for? It's also the only legitimate way of accessing our Super Barcode Wars Dragon Ball Z manual translation. Thank you to everyone who's made it this far into the video. As a bonus, I'll show you the official Barcode Battler guidebooks. For those unfamiliar with Japanese books, the spine is on the right-hand side of the front cover. So to us here in the West, it may appear as though the front cover is where the back cover should be, and vice versa. Once you get used to it, you'll find there's an introductory manga in the first book, followed by a list of 30 retail products which have strong barcodes, with their barcodes printed on the pages, so no need to head out to the local hard-off to pick up a boxed copy of Super Mario Land. Next up is an explanation of how barcodes are converted into stats, and what appears to be a pre-release Super Mario World card. Then there's a Q&A section with information on card sets which were sold separately, followed by a closing manga. The second book has an introduction, followed by a section on how to play the various modes the handheld has to offer. After that, a page is dedicated to the various card sets which were sold separately, including licensed sets, those that were part of the Conveni Wars series, and many of the cards distributed in Coro Coro magazine and at special events. Beyond this is a manga, which seems to be longer than both of those found in the first book combined. Many thanks to Viti, who pointed out that there were details about the Meiji Choco snack cards in here. Our collection of these is 80% complete, so we look forward to bringing you a full overview of these cards in future. Our next video will cover the Capcom licensed Street Fighter 2 cards, with the following video focusing on the Seiden 2 Super Combining Legend card set. Thanks for watching. I hope you'll join us next time.
Okay, it's not funny anymore. Stop recording.